Well, I got Dodge Ram out. It's pretty much ready to go, and I put this big monster on the hoist. So small. So far it's not bad. There is some rust. There's no actual pieces that are broken. Like there's no rust right through. It's got a lot of surface rust. I'll show you. So like all of this is just cosmetic rust. Steering rack is weird. It's like it's at an angle. I'm gonna pop all these ball joints off though. Not tonight. They still feel pretty hard. Like I got grease in them. This one's too. It's only got 50,000 miles on it. They all feel hard. Nothing is ripped. You can still feel grease in them. But I will pop them all off, and I will re-grease all these. The rad looks like it's in decent shape. It's got a lot of stuff on it, a lot of dirt, so I'll have to wash all that off. Yeah. The diff is the tranny's not very big. The clutch is probably 6 inches big. It's a cable operated clutch. It needs adjustment. I can see here it's almost at the end because it's really high. So I'll adjust that. But I'm gonna drop all the fluids out of it, drop the coolant out of it, make sure that all that's good to go. Oh, look at that! Look at that header. Woo, buddy, Jdm. That's gotta be like 1 inch. Anyways, yeah, the heat riser's gone. Diff is the diff has rear diff lock on it also. I'm not sure if it looks like it's vacuum. Yeah, it's vacuum actuated, so it must have a pump somewhere. Yeah. Anyways, it's got rear disc or drums in the rear. Back here is pretty clean. Yeah. He said there's some issues with taillights, the bulbs, the wiring, whatever. Not sure. The fold-away license plate. Anyways. His diff is like it's so cute, so small. Anyways, the shocks are like about 1 inch around. Yeah, so I'm gonna. So that's there. Even the axle boots are actually pretty good shape. There's no, they're pretty good shape. It's interesting. It's all tiny. Okay, so plans for this, like I said, is basically change all the fluids because I talked to the guy and he's, I don't know, kind of a hippie, nice guy, but I don't think he did much maintenance on this thing. He says, oh yeah, I think I did some fluids, doesn't know which one. In total, front diff, rear diff, and the transmission, it's like 5 liters. It's 4.9, so I'm just going to change it. It's cheap insurance. I will drop the coolant just in case. I don't trust, you never know. People like, no, it's not frozen. So anyways, change all the fluids, double check everything. Just basically so I can store it outdoors for now. I don't plan on working on it right now. I'm going to get some parts for it. Plan is, I want to drop basically the Bearcat Skidoo engine here. It's a Suzuki 660 engine. This is carbureted. The carburetor parts, to get like a carburetor rebuild kit is $180 US plus shipping. It's like $300 Canadian until I get here for a rebuild kit. Other things to the motor, like that manifold, it is pretty rusty. I feel pretty solid. But anyways, like I said, I'm gonna put the Skidoo motor. You can find it for about $1,500. Motor, wiring harness, everything. The only thing I really need is I need to basically remote mount the turbo. So the turbo can't sit here like the Bearcat does. You have to basically either use this manifold here, the stock manifold, which is a cast iron manifold. So I'll just build a flange on here, mount the turbo up in here, and I'll do a snorkel of some sort so the air's there. And then basically I'll just do a 2-inch exhaust to the back. This one just cuts off right here. It's like an ATV muffler. Anyway, so the Bearcat motor, it actually bolts in. Same bolt pattern. The engine mounts bolt up. The only thing I need to do is I need to get an intake manifold off of one of these things in EFI. I found one in the States for about $100, so I'm going to order that up in a throttle body. Supposedly a throttle body off the Bearcat 660 turbo. The throttle body will bolt on. You just got to basically build a plate and put it on. It'll bolt on. I think one of the bolts is off, my buddy said. But basically, you take the motor, bolt the flywheel on it, bolt the engine mounts on it, drop in the chassis. It's also a dual overhead cam chain engine designed by Suzuki. It's all Suzuki electronics. It all bolts in. So you drop it in here. Even the speedo, where I talked to a couple of guys did it. A couple of guys with speedos, so you gotta do a couple of resistors, play with it. But if you have stock tires, it's pretty close. So, which is pretty cool. Anyways, so I'll do that swap. Reason for it is this is carb raid. It needs a couple things, and I was like, you know what? Oh, this is a dual cam motor too. It's just a single cam. It's a dual overhead cam, but single cam. Single timing belt. So it is dual. It looks like a dual cam. I think. I don't know. We'll see when I get it apart. It looks like a dual. It looks like a dual cam engine. So, anyways, these things have about 45. A couple guys actually downed them about 3 months ago, and they're making, I think, 30 wheel horsepower and like, I don't know, 30 and 35 pounds of torque. So, anyways, the Bearcat motor, the big thing with that one, you go from 45 horsepower to 110 horsepower. And if you do like, a remote mount different exhaust, you're probably going to be 120, 130 horsepower range. That's probably more than enough for this drivetrain. I don't know. There's a lot of guys in line that have them, and they've been beating them for years, no issues. And the drivetrain holds. The clutch needs to be upgraded though. But the nice thing is, I get EFI, and I don't have to worry about a lot of little stupid things. The carb air. This thing has a lot of vacuum hoses. I will take the engine inspection cover off, and I'll show you what it looks like underneath the hood there, underneath the engine cover. I got the little truck up here on the hoist. Dropping my stuff everywhere. I didn't trust the previous owner. He, nice guy, but anyways, he didn't know if the fluid's done. So it's only got 50K on it. It is medium, so it's probably been done made before, but it's hard to say with 50K, I don't know. So anyways, I'm gonna basically drop all the fluids. I'm putting Royal Purple. I like Royal Purple. I'll give the brakes a quick cleaning, make sure it's good to go, make sure the coolant's good, because we're gonna get some minus 40 days here, and I don't want it freezing up on me. Other than that, the motor looks pretty good. There's any major leaks, but it doesn't matter anyways. All I care about is the transmission and the rear diff, and the front diff are in good shape. The motor's gonna be getting swapped out anyways. I am doing a different motor swap on it. I'll tell you later on about that. But for now, it's all there. It runs pretty good, drives pretty good. Yeah, I'll do a quick little video here. Okay, so this is a 1990 Suzuki Carry. It's in decent shape. It was driven in Canada a little bit, so there is some surface rust on basically all the joints and stuff here, but there's no holes on anything. The shock tower's in good shape. I'm gonna sand all down and round line all this. There's nothing, like the body's all in good shape. The frame's got a couple of spots in here, like it's all solid. So I'm not too worried about that. The box is in good shape. Everything is pretty, the discs are all pretty tight. So this is it here. Diffs are not very big in my hands, the size of my hand. Probably got a 4-inch or 5-inch pinion. Tires on this thing are a 145 12 R12. It's a light truck tire, they call it. Bridgestone makes it. Anyways, it's got some surface rust here and there. There is a spot I have to cut out there. I'm gonna cut out and redo when I paint it. I think there's a spot. Yeah, there's some rust in the corners here. Other than that, it's not bad shape. I gotta fix a couple of box one of the hinges is not in good shape. Both sides right here. Rebend those. I don't know why they're like that, but I'll fix those. Other than that, the motor's not leaking any oil in certain spots. The valve cover is leaking some oil there, but that's normal. The header's in good shape, but that's coming off anyways. There'll be probably a rear mount turbo right here. But everything is so far is tight. The front end's good. The brakes, I'll do the brakes. It was safety in Ontario, Canada. So it did pass the big safety. The shocks are not leaking. It kind of looks like it has a lift kit in the front. Just noticed that. Unless that's normal. I don't think that's normal. I think it's got a lift kit in the front. Yeah. It's got a front lift kit on the front. I'm with the rear diff. I don't know if there's... Yeah, someone lifted this thing up. It's got some homemade lift kit, so that's why it kind of looked a little higher than normal. So yeah, that's cool. Whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna go through it, change all the fluids, and then start working on the swap. So I was looking at this thing, I'm like, I think it has a lift kit on it. Someone did a lift kit on it. Here they did some bolts. They made the longer bolts up there. I don't think it's factory. It kind of sat a little higher than normal. And then these are longer than normal, the rear shackle hangers. So it has a slight lift kit on the thing. So yeah, anyways, doing the fluids on it. I'm gonna let them drain for the night. The fluid here looks pretty good actually. It's not bad. It's got a little brown tinge. It's only got 50,000 kilometers on it. I'm gonna dump all the fluids on it because I like to tell everybody, I don't trust anybody unless they're family, and sometimes, you know, I just make sure, because I'm pretty sure getting parts this thing's not very, actually parts are not bad. There's about 11 suppliers. The big issue is shipping on the parts, you know, like, the only thing this thing needs is a windshield, or no, a window. The door window was broken. I found a door window. I can get it for $280 US. Kind of expensive, but it's an original Suzuki window. So anyways, I'm gonna swap that out. Yeah, but other than that, like, I'm going over it. It's pretty solid. Like, it's only got 50K on it. I want to do a skid plate from here over all this here, down the one big skid plate here. I'm probably doing a piece of steel, I'm not sure. But this has been bent, so I'll take this off here, and I'll build a skid plate. I do want to, like, the ball joints are pressed into the arm. So I'm gonna measure the ball joints and see what kind of ball joint it is. I would like to make a new arm, control arms, to make this thing wider. So when we lift it up, so what happens is you lift them up, they start cambering. That's why if you notice, right there, it's cambering out. All McPherson strut, because there's no upper wishbone control arm, it cambers out. So that's why these things here, you see a lot of guys online lift them and they're driving like this, which is not proper. So anyways, so what you do is you need to get a lower control arm to basically push out the arc handlebar, makes it a little wider also. And it gets and also when you lift these up too high, the tire's gonna start coming in and your front end's gonna get less wider. So you're gonna get less track width. So that's why you do a lower control arm. I've seen guys cut the mounts off here. The cross member comes off. So technically what you could do is, I don't even have to really do longer arms. I could technically cut this bracket, I can make a new cross member and move the axle points out more and make it wider. So which is what I'd like to do. And then the rear, I like to do spacers in the rear. But I'm gonna see, this winter I like to throw my tracks on it. All you gotta measure the bolt patterns. I think it's 4x115, but I read it's 4x114.3. If it's 4x113, it's more common. So taking this back, the tires off, they're like, I swear to God, they're like wheelbarrow tires. They're so small. Like, they're not even up to my knee. So cute. Anyways, it's also got some Jdm Wheel Spacers on here. It's actually a machine's washer. It's not like a stamped washer. It's a machined washer. And it fits super tight on the bolt. Like, I don't know. I don't think the previous guy did it. So, and this lift kit's like threaded upper blocks that thread in here. So it's got like a I'm not sure, probably 1.5 inch, 2-inch lift in the front. So anyways, I want to sandblast these and I want to rock out all these little pieces here. Like I said, I could probably make the upper cross member a little wider, make this thing a little width-wise. The bolt pattern, it looks like it's 4x114, but it could be 4x114.8 or 1.3, I think it is. I swear this cat's missing some, I don't know, it's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Hey, that's for pooing. Hey, get out of that thing. Hey, psst, it's not a sandbox, it's poo box. I don't think this cat was a house cat. I think it's an outdoor cat. I don't know, most cats will roll around in litter boxes. Now he's gonna go nap in there? What the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, you got some things wrong with you. So I'm doing the coolant on this thing now. The engine oil, the transmissions, the discs are all done. And I decided to throw my my old Acura CL rims on here. They bolt on there. The bolt pattern on this thing is 4x114.3, not 4x115 like I said on sites. I found some specs on it, measured the bolt studs, and it is 4x114.3. So this rim here, it's an 18-inch rim. It's probably bigger than the tires are going on it. It's just a joke. It won't fit. Well, actually, it would fit with the wheel spacer, but I'm pretty sure we turned the wheel left and right, it ripped the fenders right off and stuff. Because I think Actually, no, it wouldn't actually clear, but it's wide. Because actually you can put a 23 inch, I think 23 by 10 and a half inch tire on this with a little lift on it and stuff, and it clears, a little bit of trimming. The door's already been trimmed right here a little bit. I'm not sure why, but maybe they had bare tires on before. But usually you have to clear here a little bit, so I will do that later on and reshape it, make it look factory. Okay, so coolant's in, all the engine oil's in. This is the first time I started since I put in the trailer, so let's see. Turn the key on. It's got electric choke, so it should fire it up. Not bad. I did put some, well, didn't like that. I did put some sea foam in it and a little carpet cleaner. So we'll see how that does. I know the carburetor is probably dirty. It's probably never been cleaned his whole life. I ordered a fuel filter, but I'm still waiting on that. So anyways, I'm gonna let it run up. Get the coolant bled. It's got a little bit of a misfire to it, but I'm not sure if it's the plug wires because all the plug wires are wrapped up in tape. So I found 2 exhaust leaks. That's a hole in the exhaust right there. So okay, so I did find a hole in the exhaust. There's a hole I never noticed before. I just started up and I put my hand there, so it's leaking here and here. So I need to fix the header. Other than that, it runs pretty good. That one's good, but this one's not. These are all loose for some reason, I'm not sure why. I'm thinking oil leaked in the tube, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna run it up. The coolant did have some calcium in it, so I am gonna run this for now, and then later on I will flush it out. But anyways, I just want to get it run down so you can store it for now. And that's another reason why I want to do the other motor swap, because little things are gonna add up, like the exhaust pipe. I gotta fix that, so I gotta find a piece of exhaust, put a fix that. These wires were 120 some bucks. I will check the timing on it. The cap and rotor, I haven't even checked that yet. But the cap and rotor, I think that was like 60 bucks US. So like, it all adds up. So it's like $300 in maintenance parts US to maintenance it, or I put that money towards the skidoo motor. The skidoo motor, I go to Arctic and get all the parts for it, which is the bonus. So injectors, everything, it's all in Canada, and I get 110 horsepower plus, and that I get a little blow-off valve and some spooling noises, which I'll love in this thing. With tracks on, it'll be fun. So anyways, I'm gonna run it through its paces here. I'm gonna service the brakes real quick and then throw it outside and go blow some donuts and see how she does. It does have a radio though, which is pretty cool.